Cancer loves acid. Cancer also loves no oxygen. The other thing cancer loves is sugar.
Cancer rates among younger individuals are rising sharply, with the likelihood of diagnosis for those aged 15 to 39 increasing by a concerning 40%. In today's video, we'll be hearing from Barbara O'Neill, an Australian health expert renowned for her work in promoting the body's natural healing capabilities. Disclaimer: the content presented in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your physician or another qualified healthcare provider if you have any concerns or questions regarding a medical condition. Never disregard or delay seeking professional medical advice because of something you have read or watched in this video. Barbara will help us understand how certain conditions inside our bodies, such as higher acidity, can create an environment where cancer cells are more likely to thrive. She'll also explain how introducing more alkaline-forming foods into your diet can help protect your body by promoting a more balanced pH, which may reduce the risk of cancer. Barbara highlights 7 easily accessible foods that can support a healthy pH balance, helping your body stay in its optimal state for disease prevention.
Cancer loves acid. Cancer also loves no oxygen. The other thing cancer loves is sugar. So knowing those things, it makes a lot of sense to alkalize the tissues. And so when people come to us wanting help to conquer cancer, you see what we do? We suggest a diet that's highly alkalizing. We suggest ways to oxygenate the body, and we also greatly eliminate the glucose, the sugars going into the body. Everyone wants a quick fix. Sorry, there aren't any. I'm going to come at what is the best food to eat from the pH balance.
Before we explore 7 powerful foods that can help protect against cancer, it's important to understand the role of pH balance in our bodies. Keeping your blood slightly alkaline, between a pH of 7.35 and 7.45, is essential for a strong immune system and protection against serious illnesses like cancer. A balanced pH supports crucial functions, including enzyme activity, cell health, microbial control, inflammation management, nutrient absorption, and the body's detoxification processes. Your diet plays a key part in this. By eating more alkaline-forming foods and limiting acidic foods, you can help your body maintain this healthy pH balance. This approach strengthens the body's natural defenses, supporting overall health and lowering the risk of disease. Now, let's start with the first food, lemon.
And you might be surprised to see that the first alkaline food I'm putting up here is the humble lemon. And you might say, no, the lemon's acid. It is. And it's acid where it should be. There's only one part in the body that should be acid. You know where that is? Stomach. Because if you don't have an acid stomach, you can't break your proteins down. But when it is broken down in the gut and the minerals are dispersed, absorbed into the blood and thus to the tissues, it has an alkaline effect because the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals, which is sodium and potassium, calcium, magnesium and iron. These are the alkaline minerals, and the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals. Don't you love the lemon? Every home should have a lemon tree. We don't use vinegar here, we use lemon. Lemon is far superior. Dark green leafy vegetables are also alkaline forming. Dark green leafy vegetables we should be eating every day. That's your kale, that's your parsley, collard greens, spinach and silver beet, kale, green barley or super greens. Also vegetables. Vegetables have an alkaline effect, but there is a question mark with vegetables. I'm putting a question mark here because for some people these have an alkaline effect and sometimes an acid effect. There's the tomato, bell pepper, also eggplant, and some countries call this aubergine. And last is the potato. Now this is not the sweet potato. This is the nightshade group of vegetables, and for some people they have an acid effect, and for some people they have an alkaline effect. That's why the fine tuning is yours. No man on the planet can tell you the fine tuning, only your body can. It appears if you have an inflammatory condition in the body, the nightshades will feed that inflammation. If you love this food, if you have no reaction and no arthritis, enjoy. When you cook the tomato with an oil, And I think you'll agree with me, olive oil and tomatoes go very nice. They almost hand in hand together. When it's cooked with an oil, it releases a plant chemical called lycopene. Lycopene is from the fat-soluble family, and that's another reason why we should be eating a little oil with our meals, because it helps release the fat-soluble vitamins. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, and it has the ability to reduce the inflammation of the prostate gland, so that's good news, isn't it? So every man over the age of 40 should be having a cooked tomato and olive oil dish maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That's not hard.
Next is certain types of legumes.
Lima beans and lentils and soy are the 3 alkaline-forming legumes.
You might be curious why some legumes promote an alkaline environment in the body, while others don't. Legumes that are rich in minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium tend to be more alkaline-forming, as these minerals help neutralize acids in the body. On the other hand, legumes with higher amounts of acidic minerals, like phosphorus and sulfur, or those with more protein, can have a more acid-forming effect. Legumes that also contain fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants further support their alkalizing properties. For example, lentils and chickpeas are generally more alkaline, while soybeans and peanuts may lean towards being slightly acidic. Ultimately, the impact of legumes on your body's pH balance depends on their specific nutrient makeup, and they should be consumed as part of a well-rounded diet.
For your grains, the millet is alkaline. We had millet this morning. It's a delicious grain, isn't it? I think we'll be having quinoa at another breakfast time. These are alkaline grains, but they're also gluten-free grains, so that's made them very popular. Amaranth. Amaranth is a grain that's not very well known. I think the Aztecs, traditionally they've eaten the quinoa and the amaranth. It's a very tiny grain, and when you cook it, it goes like a lump of glue. What I often do when my grandsons are with us, because they like a porridge, I'll put a little amaranth with the millet, or I'll put a little amaranth with the quinoa. Or if they have oats, I'll put a little amaranth with the oats. So that's quite nice. Spelt. Spelt and kamut are wild hybrids of the original wheat. The 2 nuts are your almond and Brazil, and all your seeds have an alkaline effect. Fruit. Now I've got a question mark with fruit too. If someone has a yeast presence in their body and they're eating a lot of fruit, the sugar in the fruit will feed the yeast. And as the yeast feeds on the sugars in the fruit, it gives off acetic acid, it gives off lactic acid, it gives off uric acid. Basically, is feathering its nest. So when a person has a yeast presence and they're eating a lot of fruit, can you see that they are feeding the problem? And they're creating the environment of 5.5 where yeast loves to live. To maintain the 6.5 environment, we need to be consuming 20% acid-forming foods and 80%, 70 to 80% alkaline-forming foods. And I'm sure you're not surprised to hear me say that the 20% should come from this section here.
Many types of seeds are known for their ability to promote an alkaline environment in the body due to their high mineral content. Seeds that are packed with essential alkaline minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium are especially good at helping to neutralize excess acidity. Some well-known examples of alkaline-forming seeds include chia, flax, pumpkin, and hemp seeds, all of which can support a more balanced pH in the body.